Hey, welcome to Man Kitchen Recipes. I'm Kevin, and today we're gonna make the jalapeno pepper jelly for you. Those of you that watched my baby back ribs with jalapeno jelly glaze on them and requested to see how we make this jelly, here it is. Thank you for requesting it. It's really super simple. Don't get intimidated by making jellies. Jellies are really super easy to make, but this one, I'm gonna show you how I do it. The number one thing that I didn't do on my second batch is you take a spoon and put it in your freezer before you even get started. So that spoon is going to be nice and frozen when you need it. And I use Sure Gel for my pectin. And inside the Sure Gel, they do have suggestions. I recommend that you read these suggestions, follow along. I didn't even look at it before, but they actually have a hot pepper relish, hot pepper jelly in here. On the suggestions, if you just kind of follow along, read it before you get going, so you kind of got an idea of the process, the steps that you got to take, when to add your pectin, how long to boil it, everything. And then at the end, you'll see I'll do a test with your frozen spoon. You put it in your jelly, your hot mix, and see if it sits or sets on your spoon. If it's setting well, you know your jelly is gonna solidify like jelly. So I didn't do it on my second one. I should have, because at that time I could have added some more pectin in it and got it to where it would set up, but hey, it's all good. It just still tastes awesome. It's just not as solid as most jellies are. So let's get inside. I'm going to show you how I do this. Okay, so here's my jalapenos and my sweet mini peppers. I'm probably going to use all these jalapenos to make this batch a hot batch. There's probably 25 to 30 of those right there. Anyway, so you just make sure you got some gloves on. Take your jalapeno, cut it in half, scoop out the insides. You don't really want that little membrane in there, or the seeds. Just like that. And then I'm just going to give them a rough chop. I'm not going to dice these. I'm going to use my food processor. So rough chopping them lets them all fit in my food processor better. And we're going to do the rest of those, and we're going to do our sweet mini peppers. Same thing. We're going to cut the tops off of these. And then I like to use a spoon, a little spoon that I have to clean them out. You can use your paring knife, cleans them out real easy too. But then just like the jalapeno peppers, once you get the inside scooped out of here, I'm going to do a rough chop on those. And then we're going to put them in batches into my food processor. Then you just want to mix them up, blend them up, get them to the size that you want. And this is the size that I want. And once you get them all done, you'll have them in your pot. I got a medium-high heat. I'm going to add 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. And you want to mix it up. And you want to bring it up to a boil. You want to bring it up to a hard boil. And how you know it's a hard boil is when it's boiling like this. You want to just stir it up, and as you stir, if it doesn't stop boiling as you stir, you know you're at a hard boil. And once you're there, I didn't show it, but you add your pectin, and then you want to let this go for exactly 1 minute. You want to just keep stirring with your pectin in it, and once that's up to 1 minute, I'm going to add my 5 cups of sugar. You dump it in there. Now it looks like a lot, but once you start stirring it up, it looks kind of thick, but that sugar, as it heats up, will loosen up and become liquid just like that, just within seconds. Okay, while this heats back up to a boil, I'm going to take my sterilized jars out of my boiling pot, let them sit there so they'll be nice and hot when I add the jelly into it. And you want to make sure you keep stirring your jelly with the sugar in it. You don't want to burn your sugar. And you want to bring it up to a boil. Now that foam on top, you can scoop it off if you've got excess. And then at this point, after it's gotten to the boil, after it boils for about 1 minute, that's when you want to break out the spoon that you put in the freezer earlier. So you get that spoon, you just stick it right into that hot jelly. And as you can see, this is already starting to set up. It's barely even moving on that spoon. So this is a key to know if your jelly is going to set. You got to have that frozen spoon. See there? Doesn't even move. This is going to be a really good jelly. All right, once this is done, I just turn the fire off of my jelly, and then I'm going to scoop it and put it into my jars. After I've got it in my jars up to about a ½ inch, I want to wipe the rims with some white vinegar on a paper towel, just so that when you put your lids, it doesn't stick when you try to get it open, and it helps it seal better. I did put an H on one of them. I didn't know if these were going to be hot or not, but so I didn't put it on the other. If they're hot, I'm going to add an H to those so I know which is which, because they've got 3 batches. And after you get your lids on here, you just want to screw the caps down. You do want to make them tight, and then once they're tight, you just put them back into your hot water, bring it to a boil. At my elevation, I have to boil for 10 minutes, so it depends on your elevation on how long you boil your jars. Then, once they're done, there you go. Hot jalapeno pepper jelly. This is my hot batch. This one here, I'm just going to refrigerate. You don't need to boil that one. That was the excess. And there you go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Holding it up to the light like that. Okay, so that's it. How easy was that, right? Jalapeno jelly, let it go in the fridge, let it set up for 24 hours. You can see that it's set up really nice. And this is the hot batch. I'm going to put an H on the other lids. That other lid, I only put the H on it, and I thought, well, I'm not going to put hot on it because I don't know yet. So I stopped. I just put the 1 H on there. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and do a taste test for you. This one's got, I think I actually counted 29 jalapenos that I had left there. And I did that because one of my other brother-in-laws, he really likes the hot stuff, and he wanted me to make a hotter batch for him. He tasted the other, he thought it was good, but you know, wasn't hot at all for him. So let's give this a try. I have not tried this yet. Doesn't smell bad. Okay. Wow. This one brings the heat immediately. It's good though. It's sweet and heat. It's good stuff. It's pretty warm. Karen, you wouldn't like this one. This one is really good though. I used a lot of peppers. You can use whatever amount you want. You could throw, Stephen and Jacqueline, you guys could throw those Scotch bonnets in here and really heat it up. Yes, that's it for my review. That's my taste test. Thanks for watching. Thank you for asking me to actually do this video. I wasn't going to do a jelly video, but I made 2 batches already. That second one didn't quite turn out. I did want to make a 3rd batch, so here it is. And my suggestion, if you like the hot jalapeno, use hotter or more of the hot jalapenos, and you're going to love it. All right, thanks for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the bell, comment, and we'll see you on the next video.